At the start of Football Manager 2024, you will find Roony Bardghji playing for FC Kobenhavn or FC Copenhagen. He's 17 years old and can play in a number of positions, whether that be wide left, wide right, or can play through the middle. He's valued at 3.9 million to 11.5 million pounds, so not costing the world, and has a contract to 2025. If we look at his attributes, we can see in terms of the physicals, he has acceleration of 13, agility of 15, balance of 14, natural fitness of 15 and pace of 13. In the mentals, he has determination of 16, flair of 15, teamwork and work rate of 13, vision of 12. And then in the technicals, dribbling of 15, finishing of 13, first touch of 14, long shots and passing of 14, and technique of 15. In real life, he has started to make headlines for himself. He scored a nice little Panenka penalty to qualify Copenhagen for the Champions League. And at the start of the game, you haven't even hit the tip of the iceberg. There is so much more from Roony Bardghji to come. So let's jump forward 5 years and see what happens in 2028 to Roony Bardghji. So we have now jumped forwards 5 years. It is 2028 and we find Roony Bardghji at Liverpool. He's now 22 years old, has played 14 times for Sweden, scoring 3 goals, and is valued at 32 to 96 million pounds. He has really started to come on leaps and bounds as a footballer. Looking at his physicals, his agility is 17, balance of 16, natural fitness of 16, pace and stamina of 14. In the mentals, determination, flair, off the ball, anticipation, bravery and composure stand out. In the technicals, dribbling of 16, finishing of 13, first touch of 15. He has 14 long shots, 14 passing and 16 for technique. If we look at his player traits, he shoots from distance, plays 1-2s, runs with the ball often, cuts inside from the right wing. If we look at his career stats to see how he got to Liverpool, so he lasted a couple of seasons in Denmark before he made a switch to Liverpool in the 25-26 season for 9.75 million. But since he's been at Liverpool, he's found it hard to break into the first team, only playing 5 times in his first season. He then played 9 times in his second season and 16 times in the 27-28 season. So even though he hasn't had first team football for a while, or a lot of first team football, he is still developing nicely, but I still think there is more to come from Roony Bardghji. Let's jump forward 5 more years and see how he turns out. It's now 2033 and we find a 27-year-old Roony Bardghji at Real Madrid. He has swapped England for Spain. He is valued at 19.5 to 59 million pounds at Real Madrid, has a contract to 2035 and he's on 300,000 pounds per week. If we look at his attributes, you can see exactly why he's so highly rated in the game. In his physicals, agility, balance, natural fitness all standing out with 15 pace, 15 acceleration. In the mentals, 16 determination, 16 flair, 14 off the ball, 14 anticipation and bravery, 15 for composure. In the technicals, 17 for dribbling, 15 first touch, 14 passing, technique of 16 and finishing of 13. If we look at his career path to see how he got to Real Madrid, so whilst he was at Liverpool, he wasn't really breaking into the first team as we noticed. He spent a season out on loan at Marseille where he played 34 times, scoring 12 goals. He then played in the 29-30 season for Liverpool 32 times, scoring 11 goals. He played in the 30-31 season, half of the season for Liverpool, playing in 19 games, scoring 5 goals before a £95 million move to Real Madrid, saw him play 10 games, scoring 2 goals. But then the first team football starts to dry up. 10 appearances in the 31-32 season and only a single appearance in the 32-33 season. So at the age of 27, he definitely has 5 more years in him. But with that first team football being limited, will we still find him at Real Madrid in 5 years' time? It is now 2038 and we find a 32-year-old Roony Bardghji is at Chelsea. He's valued at 4.9 to 15 million pounds, has a contract to 2039 and he's paid 155,000 pounds per week. He has played 59 times for Sweden and scored 20 goals. If we look at his attributes, he has started to slow down in his career, but he still does have some standout stats in the physicals: 17 agility, 17 natural fitness. His acceleration and pace are still 14. In the mentals, determination and flair are still 16. He has 13 vision now, 13 anticipation, 14 bravery, 14 composure. Then in the technicals, his dribbling and finishing of 14 and 12, crossing of 14, passing of 13. His technique is 15. If we have a look at his career path to see how he got to Chelsea, he left Real Madrid in this current season on a free transfer. But if we look at some of the seasons that he played at Madrid, he found first team football hard to come by. In the 34-35 season, he played 16 times, 35-36 only 15 times, 36-37 11 times, and even though he went on a free transfer to Chelsea, he only played 4 first team games. So with him coming towards the end of his career at 32 years old, will he still be playing football in 5 years' time? Let's jump forwards 5 more years and see if he's still a player. It's now 2043 and we can see that Roony Bardghji has retired as a player. He went out at the age of 36. His final stats for Sweden was 89 appearances and 29 goals. After we left him at Chelsea, he did actually go on to play for a couple more seasons in Italy for Fiorentina. He made 61 appearances and scored 2 goals. That means across his entire career, he played 344 games and scored 56 goals. In terms of his personal accolades, he won 1 gold medal and he didn't win any runners-ups. In terms of trophies across his career, he won 19 team trophies, finished a runner-up 7 times and no third places. So he has gone on to be an absolutely fantastic footballer, but I do feel he's one that needs first team football to be able to develop and certainly flourish as a player. I think the teams that he went to really didn't give him those opportunities. He didn't make 100 appearances for any of the 7 clubs that he played for across his career. Right then, if you're still with me at this point of the video, firstly, a big thank you. Secondly, if you could hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, I really would appreciate it. Cannot thank you all enough for supporting the channel across the past couple of months. Been absolutely fantastic watching it grow. Don't forget, before you go, to check out the rest of the channel. There are other FM24 videos, such as hints, tips, tutorials. There's other Wonder Kids, there's Let's Plays. Have a little something for everybody on the channel. But for this one, I'm going to leave it there. Big thank you for watching. I'll see you on another video very soon.